I'm Barton Black with Barton Black Law. Employees frequently contact me after they're fired from their jobs and ask me if they can have a lawsuit against their employer. And the answer is you might. If you work for a private employer, not the government, then in the state of Georgia, you probably don't have any Georgia remedies, but there's robust federal law that provides numerous workplace protections. There's Title VII, Americans with Disabilities Act, Age Discrimination and Employment Act, FMLA, numerous laws. Under Title VII, that protects you from being unfairly discriminated against because of race, gender, religion, national origin, sex, the standard kind of discrimination protections that you think about. Additionally, if you complain that you are being a victim, have been a victim in the workplace, you complain to your employer that you've been a victim of sex discrimination, race discrimination, gender discrimination, religious discrimination, and you are then terminated within a month or two, really 2 months after that, then you can have a retaliation claim under Title VII. If you believe that you may have a Title VII claim or an Americans with Disabilities Act claim or an Age Discrimination and Employment Act claim, then you need to go to the EEOC as soon as possible. I assist my employee clients in going to the EEOC. So they'll come to me, I'll help them go there. But the reason you have to go to the EEOC is because if you do not complain and file an official charge of discrimination within 180 days of suffering workplace discrimination, retaliation, or hostile work environment, then you can lose your claim forever. So it is imperative that you seek out a plaintiff's employment attorney that counsels you to go to the EEOC as soon as possible after suffering your unfair workplace action. Also, Americans with Disabilities Act protects you if you've got a known disability that your employer knows about. If they will not give you a reasonable accommodation, you may have a case against them. If you're over 40, you could possibly have an age discrimination claim. And if you have had to take Family Medical Leave Act, whether for a pregnancy, a family member who's ill, or any other reason that you need time off, if your employer changes your job when you come back, does something to interfere with your ability to take FMLA, you could also have a claim against your employer. If you work for the government, in the state of Georgia, there is a Whistleblower Act. So if you identify fraud, waste, or abuse, or complain to your supervisor, somebody else in the government, the Attorney General's office, if you think they'll police something for you, if you complain to them about something wrong going on in government, then you may have a Whistleblower Act claim if you were retaliated against within 2 months of making that complaint. And in my experience, the Georgia courts really look to protect whistleblowers. I represented a client, I second chaired a trial. She was the head of the Georgia Ethics Commission. She was terminated after she spoke up about a campaign investigation involving a very powerful politician. She was then told that they were going to cut her salary. They said it was budget reasons. However, we were able to determine that and convince a jury that she was fired because the high, powerful politicians didn't want her investigating what she was investigating. The jury gave her a nice verdict, a nice damages award, and the courts want whistleblowers to be protected in those situations. So if you have been terminated from your job and you think unfairly, then call Barton Black Law for a free consultation.